Hello friends, this is Dr. Bhavdeep Ahuja here. I'm back again with one of my short topics on practice management. This is a short video on the importance of first consultation in our clinics, and I hope to give you all some tips on that so that all of you can be benefited and make good use of the same in your clinics. So the ignorance of first consultation has been usually the bane of many a problem in our clinics. And what I would suggest is that we should follow one line, a proverb which has been written by me: talk to educate and not to impress. This was a quote I wrote about, say, 3 or 4 years back, so which holds good even today. And what I mean to say by this is that the first consultation should be a specific and deliberate conversation which leaves a positive mark of your efficiency and decides the future of dentist patient relationship, and ultimately the conversion first and then the retention of your patient treatment wise speaking. So there wouldn't be any issues if you spend a good amount of time in your first consultation, especially if it is a medium to long case, where you discuss every aspect, details, consent, rates, or your plan of action, rather than jumping onto the treatment directly in the first sitting, which, unless it is an emergency, which is usually done in many clinics. Patients ask, डॉक्टर साहब पैसे तो बता दो, कोई बात नहीं, बैठो बैठो, हम देख लेंगे. We bypass so many norms in one go. So this is people then complain, I'll say colleagues then complain that the patient didn't pay the balance in the end. The patient didn't come on time. My question to them is, did you convey this to them vehemently or say strongly? If not, then you are at fault, not the patient. And what is the time to convey such things? Of course, the first consultation. The first consultation doesn't mean the first encounter. It can be the first detailed conversation in the second sitting as well. So this is the sitting where you let your, as I said, it is for medium to long cases. So this is the sitting where you let the patient know your system of working, your timings, your routine, your preferences, and then your expectations from the patient. And lastly, of course, the charges part, with the average time required to complete the procedure or the treatment that can be added. So you can give them an analogy of a car, that we are like the front car tires and the patient is like the back car tires, and the car will run only smoothly when the all four wheels run in sync or are well adjusted and harmonious. So similarly, the treatment also would be highly effective if the dentist and the patient say act in a similar manner or a harmonious manner. So I always say, always start the treatment on equal grounds. Never ever say go overboard about certain things. You may speculate a bit, but do not over exaggerate. Always offer the best treatment plan along with flexible payment options, and then let the patient decide whether they want to accept it or not. Don't force. Never push your decision on the patient. Rather, let him be pulled towards you with your skills, with your abilities, or with your internal marketing tools. So, obviously, when you give the consultation, it should always be verifiable whenever if the patient wants to go in for a second opinion. Remember, as I said, medium to long case, so it'll be, say, in a way, say, cost wise also on the heavier side. So the some patients will want to undergo a second opinion. So your opinion should be verifiable. So the patient should also, say, disclose all the information to you. You have to make sure that nothing is being hidden from you, especially if there has been an old treatment instituted in the patient's mouth. So ethically also, we are not supposed to distinguish between patient for any reasons of race, caste, creed, religion, whatever options are there, which do not hold any good in the medical or the dental field. So attentive ears, gathering proper medical dental history of the patient, side by side exploring all the patient expectations, and explaining your treatment plan involving patient's views, answering their all queries satisfactorily should be in the schedule to save the say upcoming problems or even the anticipated ones in the upcoming settings if the treatment gets underway in your clinic. So these skills will make surely the patient at comfort and agree on the plan which you dish out to the patient almost immediately in most of the cases. So if you don't pay attention to proper say give proper care and attention to the patient or the finer say details of the problem, then the outcome can vary and it can say cause satisfaction or dissatisfaction accordingly. So John Bogle has a very interesting quote for it also: learn every day, but especially from the experience of others, it is cheaper. So thank you so much for listening or watching my video. If you want to continue receiving the updates, please do subscribe to my channel. I keep posting videos on practice management, medical legal ethics, and finance for dentists almost every week. So this is my way of giving back to the fraternity from which I have earned so much in my life in all respects, not in only monetary terms, but in terms of respect, but in terms of say added advantages in all the fields. So thank you so much. Stay tuned for another video very soon. Thank you so much.